Hello people, all 17 of my subscribers. I am doing a flip through momentarily, but I thought I'd show you this book quickly. It is printed, published by Amazon, so it's not an expensive book, and it is kind of cheap made because it's curling already, but some books are like that. But it has references in it, which if a book has references in it, I'm more inclined to like it, because then it's like they've actually done some research, as opposed to ones that don't bother. Even some authors who create very well published, by books published by really good companies that don't include references for information they're putting out there about plants and stuff. It's a bit really? You couldn't be bothered to find that information out or give your sources? Okay. But anyway, yeah, I might get the rest of their series, because I'm pretty sure this person has one for each Sabbath, so I might do that. Definitely the ones that I prefer to celebrate anyway. So I just thought I'd show that because it's in keeping. If you can hear the music in the background, that is my other half listening to some music. So yeah, I hope it's not too loud. Here is the deck. I didn't think it was gonna arrive, or that I'd be able to get it. I thought this was gonna be a deck that I was gonna have to get after Christmas, and then wait until November next year to use. But I've got it. If I move the cards out the way a minute, I can show you the guidebook, because obviously this is... I do have a book by Kristoffer Hughes, and most of his other books are on my wish list. I like him as an author. This is a Llawen publication, I'm pretty sure, because they do fat books. Look how, yeah. So in here we have, here's a photo of Kristoffer, who is the author of the book, and the chief of the Anglesey Druid Order. I can't say what, Mount Hamus scholar, and a member of OBOD. I'm not really into OBOD because I tried them, and yeah. He's the author of 4 books and the creator of the Celtic Tarot. I want to get that at some point. This is the illustrator Erin O'Leary Brown from upstate New York. Specialised in children's illustration as well as botanical and nature themes. They both look like lovely people. I like it when people look nice. So Tarot Basics, Major Arcana, Minor Arcana, Spread. So you do have introduction, the basics about reading the cards. There are name changes in the deck, and there are suit changes in the deck. Wands are candles, obviously. Cups are good cheer, which I think is cute. Swords are candy canes, which I think is adorable. And pentacles are gifts, which I've seen that in the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. There are keywords. 10 number card, the courts. So yeah, and there are some spreads at the back. Let's see if there's any special spreads. Other people have already done reviews of this deck. I watched the Hermit's Cave, Simon do it. 12 Days of Yule spread. Darkest Night spread, the Free Ghost spread. The list. So yeah, it's a fat book which I will have to have a look at. But first, letters. Look at the backs. Can I zoom a bit? So this is the backs. Llawen is one of my favourite cardstocks. They are so easy to riffle shuffle. I might edge this deck in like a blue, but we'll see. So we have the child, which is obviously the fool, who is there waiting for Santa to come and visit. I love this. Totally. The Magus, who looks like Santa Claus. Obviously the magician. And the Mari Silva. I love this. I like this card because this is like a New Year tradition, I think. And they would go and knock on the door, like they would dress up basically in this cloth. There's a person under it with the skull on their head, and they would like knock on people's doors, and they would have to rhyme, and they would say a rhyme, and then you'd have to beat them basically, and if you didn't beat them you'd have to feed them. So yeah, I remember making one in school. We were in junior school, and I think we were in groups, and we made one, and I'm pretty sure that ours, like, we made it a bit top heavy, so it was awkward to carry, because it was basically on a pole, and then it was, you had the cloth here and everything. But yeah, I remember making one in school. It was awesome, and it, yeah, just lovely. So here we have an Empress. I mean, it's a Christmas card. It's a Christmas deck, so I'm gonna let them off making the Empress pregnant, because I'm like fed up of pregnant Empresses. The Emperor. Sinterklaas. So that's basically Santa looking a bit popish, but yeah. Mistletoe for the lovers, which I think is cute. The Chariot is a sleigh. Like, how epic is that? Strength is like a reindeer, which is, I like it. Father Christmas is the Hermit. We have a little sack on him with toys in. The Wheel of the Year. I'm sorry, I'm putting it in the wrong place. Which I like. Justice. This kid has been naughty and he's got a little pouch of coal, I think. My dad said that that's what happened when you were a kid. The Hanged Man. Hanging from a very festive looking tree. In his pants in the cold. Death reminds me of the Christmas Carol. Because he looks like the third ghost from Dickens's Christmas Carol. The Rose and Crown pub. That's cool. Balance. The Devil is Krampus, which is epic. The Lightning Tree, which is the tower, which is a Christmas tree that's being destroyed. Followed by the Star, which is, I love this star card because it's like the star at the top of the tree. My Christmas tree has a star on the top, but it's red because the baubles are red. The Moon. The Sun, which is quite a pretty card. The List, which is Judgment, which that is fitting, even if not always the meaning of the card, that is fitting for the card as a representation. And then we have the world, which looks like Mrs. Claus. So we're now into the candles. No, we're not. I forgot. This deck gives you all the numbers in order. So we'll have all the aces and the twos and so on. So we have the Ace of Candles, the Ace of Good Cheer, the Ace of Canes. I love that the swords are candy canes. It's cute. I mean, I don't really eat candy canes because they're awkward to eat, but the Ace of Gifts. We have the Two of Candles, the Two of Good Cheer, the Two of Canes, which this is very good, Two of Swords, the Two of Gifts. He's balancing a lot of gifts there. The Three of Candles, the Three of Good Cheer, the Three of Canes. I like that the mushrooms in one of the flying agarics. Three of Gifts, working hard to make a dollhouse. The Four of Candles, Four of Good Cheer, the Four of Canes. That's very simple and an interesting Four of Swords, like the Rest, because it's in a graveyard. So yeah, rest or you'll end up in a graveyard. Four of Gifts, Five of Candles. They look like they're having a disagreement. Five of Good Cheer, the Five of Canes, and the Five of Gifts. The sixes now, the Six of Candles, the Six of Good Cheer, like visiting your child at home kind of thing. Six of Canes, and the Six of Gifts. Seven of Candles, Seven of Good Cheer, Seven of Canes, Seven of Gifts, Eight of Candles. That's a very, I mean, the Eight of Wands is always quite basic, isn't it? The Eight of Good Cheer, I like that Eight of Cups. I don't know if that fits the message, but maybe they might have one too many and have to move on. The Eight of Canes is brilliant. The Eight of Gifts. We're on to the Nine of Candles. They've dropped their candles out of the bag and they're having to carry on because of the shit weather. The Nine of Good Cheer. They had a good party. The Nine of Canes. The Nine of Gifts. 10 of Candles. The 10 of Good Cheer. The 10 of Canes. And the 10 of Gifts. So, Kings of Candles. The King of Good Cheer. I like the King of Good Cheer. He looks cool. The King of Canes. He looks quite authoritative, which for a King of Swords, that's fitting. King of Gifts, our Queen of Candles, our Queen of Good Cheer, our Queen of Canes, our Queen of Gifts, Knight of Candles, Knight of Good Cheer. They all seem to be in the same settings, basically. Like each knight is out in the the cane court cards are all out in the snow. The Good Cheer court cards are out in the kitchen, that kind of thing. The Knight of Gifts, Page of Candles. All the candles are inside. Page of Good Cheer, Page of Canes, and Page of Gifts. So that is the Yuletide Tarot by Kristoffer Hughes. Now that I've done the flip through, I'm going to start using it. Llawen have the best mass market card stock. Like, it's brilliant to riffle. Yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do another video before Christmas, but if I do, then I'll wish you a Merry Christmas then. But if not, I'll probably wish you a Merry Christmas on Instagram, if you're following. I have got a couple of decks. I've got a deck for Christmas that I treated myself to, but I wrapped it up because I wanted more to open Christmas Day. Mostly I asked for books to get around the clause that I have right now of not buying any more books unless I've finished what I've got, apart from that Yule book. I did recently get the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. I don't know if I'm going to do a flip through of that or not, but thank you for watching if you did, and hopefully you get lots of lovely decks for Christmas.